Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I will be going over each week 0 game and previewing every single week 1 game, and I will have some extra college football news. Starting off, basically 2 big games here. We actually just look at all of them here. Look at all of them for week 0, then in week 1 we'll just go over the important games. So, the first big game was USC versus San Jose State. And if you look at this, you know something, USC put up 56 points. No big surprise. Caleb Williams is really good. The concerning part is they let San Jose State have 28 points. And that's pretty concerning because San Jose State isn't a Power 5 team. And if USC wants to compete with the big dogs, they're going to have to do way better than this. But I don't really know how much Lincoln Riley can do because he's not really known for having a great track record on defense. Of course, at Oklahoma, he didn't really do any defense at Tech. So, but yeah, that's a little concerning for them. But I think they'll rebound next week. If you look at their schedule, they play Nevada next week, then Stanford, then Arizona State, then Colorado, then Arizona. The next real big game is Notre Dame. I have Notre Dame, Utah, Cal, Washington, Oregon, and UCLA. So some from Cal here, these last 6 games are pretty hard. But I think the only game that you could really see as a shocker is maybe Colorado, because Deion Sanders is going to have some time by then to develop his team a little bit. But yeah, I don't think they're not going to really do anything. Next, you have Notre Dame versus Navy. I mean, thanks for your service, Navy, but Sam Hartman was really good in this game. But yeah, Notre Dame's just the better team. But we always thought Notre Dame can hang with the big dogs. But I think with Sam Hartman as the quarterback, he's probably the best quarterback they've had in a while. So I think they could definitely do something this year. Their schedule is not that hard. It's not like their schedule. I mean, they have Tennessee State, NC State. The only really hard ones is Ohio State, USC, and Clemson. Pitt and Duke are okay. Maybe that could be an upset. NC State, maybe. But aside from that, their schedule is pretty easy. So you could definitely see them being top 10 team. Next, you have Jacksonville State versus UTEP. Somehow UTEP lost to Jackson State, so it's not good. UTEP's going to have to be UTSA. Yeah, I mean, I honestly thought they were going to win this. I really liked UTEP going this year. But it's definitely interesting for them. They could definitely have a pretty solid season. They play some Pac-12 teams, and look at their roster. They have Gavin Hardison, Kevin Hurley, Cam McDonald, and Jake McNamara, quarterback from Michigan. I don't know if he started or not. We can see. So I don't think he started. Who they have started? So they had Gavin Hardison started, but you have a decent quarterback room. So I definitely think they could pull something off. Very well could. You have UMass versus New Mexico State. Somehow you lost to Massachusetts, New Mexico State, but I mean, no one really cares about this game unless Massachusetts is good now. Their running back looks pretty good. They had a wide receiver one reception for 68 yards, so that's interesting. San Diego State beat Ohio by only 7 points. Just a little disappointing, but I guess we'll see. San Diego State versus San Jose State is going to be a good game though. Lucy Tech versus FIU. FIU has Tom Herman as their coach, I believe. Old Texas coach. But, yeah. Another game that doesn't matter. Then you have old Vanderbilt beat Hawaii. They didn't lead any of the main categories, but, they won by a touchdown. But they are currently the best team in the SEC right now. So, take that as you will. For us next week, we're going to preview the top 25 games because no one really cares about the other games. Maybe if you're a fan of them or something, but I don't really care about them. And a lot of the other ones are small little games, so nothing really too big. First game is going to be this upcoming Thursday, 7. Florida's taking on Utah. And Florida has Graham Mertz, who could definitely be solid. But I think Utah's going to win this. They lost last year, pretty sure. If they won that game, they would have been probably in the playoffs. So, I mean, it could be an upset, but I think Utah's going to win that. Rice versus Texas. Texas is going to win that. Hook 'em horns. I'd actually be going to the game, but I'm not. I have tickets, though, but I think I'm going to sell tickets. But, yeah, Texas is going to win this. It's not going to be close. The real thing is, I think they're going to probably take Quinn Ewers out maybe the third quarter. So they might have Malik Murphy and Arch Manning just get some touches. And it's definitely going to be interesting to see because with this Texas room right now, Quinn Ewers is the obvious one, right? But a lot of people talk about Arch Manning being the 2, but Malik Murphy is looking really good. And I think he is definitely good enough to be the starting quarterback Texas next year. I mean, I obviously want Arch Manning to do better because he's a Manning, so it sounds cooler. But yeah, Texas got a pretty damn good room, and also Pat Green's gonna be there at the concert beforehand, so that'll be fun. Next game, East Carolina versus Michigan. The only real big thing about this game is I don't think Michigan has Jim Harbaugh. I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah, they'll be fine. If I'm correct about that, these first 4 games are going to be wins, and they have no, other Big Ten opponents, right? Yeah, Michigan should win this. Unless, something really bad happens. It's wild. They also have a QB D tackle player who plays QB and D tackle. Interesting. Crew. Next, Virginia, Tennessee. Tennessee's going to win this. Virginia, Tennessee, it's going to be good. I'll talk about them in a sec. Virginia, their schedule's not too hard. They have North Carolina, Maryland, NC State are really their hardest games, and Duke. But they can be solid, but I don't really think they're going to be anything too special. And Tennessee. So, Tennessee last year, they had Hendon Hooker. They beat Bama. It was a really good season, right? They would have made the playoffs if their starting quarterback, Hendon Hooker, didn't get injured. But the thing is that people really think Tennessee is going to fall off, and a lot of people are saying Tennessee being ranked number 12 in the AP poll is wrong. But I heavily disagree. I think Tennessee is great. They should honestly. I think if we look down here, if Clemson plays, they're ranked number 9. Tennessee beat Clemson last year. So I honestly would say Tennessee, their defense sucked last year. Their defense has gone better. They got a lot of new dudes. A lot of people say, well, their quarterback room's not good, and all this stuff. But they had Hendon Hooker last year. They have Joe Milton, who a lot of people really like. I haven't really watched any film of him, but I've heard a lot of good things. And you also have their quarterback, Nico Amalea or something. But he's really good. He's a 5-star. He's the second best quarterback in class behind Arch Manning, and arguably the best quarterback in the class. I know Manning probably gets a little boost because of his name, right? But yeah, watch out for Tennessee this year. I think Josh Heupel is cooking something there. Next, the match everybody's waiting for. Coach Prime's debut game. Colorado versus TCU. So, TCU is interesting, right? They lost a lot of their players. They also got a few transfers, but I honestly don't think TCU is going to be a top 25 ranked team by the end of the year. They lost a lot of their players, but it could definitely happen, right? Then you have Colorado. They're not that good. Deion Sanders got all recruits in. Thing is, recruits don't become studs overnight, right? And I think that like Colorado, they're not gonna be good this year. I think next year is when we're gonna start seeing stuff happen, especially they're gonna be moving to the Big 12. So their really biggest opponents are Tech and Utah, and I think they can definitely beat Tech if they really have to. And Utah, they could pull off the upset. I think Utah's gonna be losing a quarterback. I don't know how. I don't know who else they have. I really keep up with the recruiting. Yeah, Colorado, they definitely could pull off this, but I'm picking TCU for this. Arkansas State, Oklahoma. It's going to be Oklahoma. Oklahoma's interesting. Their defense sucked last year, and I don't know if it's going to be better this year. But I'm obviously a Texas fan, but they have Dylan Gabriel, who is a good quarterback. They have General Booty, I think it's his name. So, good name, I guess. But yeah, they have him also. But their defense isn't that good. And unless their defense really gets better, I don't think they're winning the Big 12. Which I'm happy for. I don't really care. I think Tech could beat them if they play Tech this year. If they play Tech this year, I think Tech will beat them. They do not. I mean, they can probably win all these games like Texas. They might lose to Kansas. They might lose to Oklahoma State. They might lose to TCU. That's the ones I can see. Yeah, Oklahoma's for this game. Utah State, Iowa. Iowa's going to win this. They just got whatever his name is from Michigan. Yeah, this team, it's interesting. They got some transfers, but realistically, they're not going to do anything. They're Iowa. They put up 7 points in the game last year and somehow won. So maybe their defense is just really good. They also got a lot of white corners there. So Mercer, Ole Miss. Ole Miss is going to win this. They got a lot of good quarterbacks. They got the dude from Oklahoma State. They got Jackson Dart. They got some other dude who's pretty good apparently. So you definitely can see something. But yeah, they're going to win this game against Mercer. Oregon, Portland State. Oregon has a pretty good chance to win the Pac-12. They got Bo Nix, or Bo Pix. A lot of people are hyping him up. He definitely gotten better since he left Auburn. But, yeah, watch out. Watch out for them. Definitely watch out for Oregon. Ohio State, Indiana. Ohio State's going to win this. I don't remember who their quarterback is because it was very close. It doesn't say here. They haven't won a award in a while, but we can actually look at the roster. So they have Devin Brown and Kyle McCord as the two. I don't know who's starting. I want to say 77-21. Didn't know about that game. I want to say Devin Brown's going to be starting. Is what I saw. Yeah, they'll be fine. It's Ohio State. The only question is, can they get over Michigan? Can you get over their big brother? Now, I know Michigan. Oh, they haven't beat him in 2 years. But Michigan is doing something over there. Ann Arbor, they're building something over there. And I would watch out if I was Ohio State. But yeah, Washington, Boise State. Washington's gonna win this. They're gonna be a great offense again. Great offense last year. Going to be great this year. They got some really good wide receivers. Only thing is their defense. They almost lost to Texas last year, and it might not look close in the bowl game. But there was a lot of drop passes from Texas players, so they were wide open. And if those passes were caught, there was an interception that was dropped. Texas would have won that. So yeah, Washington's gonna be good. Nothing special though. Tennessee State, Notre Dame. Notre Dame's gonna win this one. Already sort of talked about them. But, yeah, I think they're going to be good. Wisconsin, Buffalo. Wisconsin has Luke Fickell now, old coach Cincinnati. And I think they can definitely do something decent, but I don't think that it's going to be their year. Georgia versus UT Martin. I think it's University of Tennessee Martin. But Georgia, people are saying Georgia's going to be bad and stuff. And I have no clue how you're going to think of that. Because, honestly, Georgia's, a good team. They're not... They lost Stetson Bennett, But they have Carson Beck, and they have that other dude. They have another dude who's also pretty solid. Yeah, they'll be fine. USC Nevada, we talked about him, but USC's gonna win this. Kansas State, Southern Missouri State. Kansas State's a real tough one, but Kansas State's gonna be solid this year. They're gonna be probably a top 15 team each year, around that mark. But hey, maybe they could be sneaky. Maybe they can be a sneaky Big 12 contender. A&M, Texas A&M, the Aggies. So A&M's gonna win this game. They're playing New Mexico. New Mexico sucks. But A&M obviously went 5-7 last year. So I've good friends. He's an A&M fan, and he's always saying, "Oh, Jimbo Fisher's so good. Jimbo Fisher is really he's a great coach, all this stuff." And he's like, "Oh yeah, he won a championship with Jimbo Fisher." Because I think A&M they have the talent. They've had amazing recruiting classes. No, one of the classes a lot of people transferred, but they've had amazing recruiting classes. They have a pretty good quarterback in Connor Wegman, I believe his name. But you just don't know if they're gonna be good. I don't think Jimbo Fisher's the real dude. I don't think he's good. I think he's a fraud. Hope he gets fired after this year if he doesn't perform. They got Bobby Petrino, who's a really good offensive coach, but it's A&M. They're gonna be okay this year. But if they get rid of Jimbo, watch out. They get an actual good coach because they got the talent. They're in the SEC. But this is really their last year to really try and win before Big Brother comes in and beats them each year in Texas. So yeah, that'll be fun to see how their season goes. But next we have Alabama versus Middle Tennessee. Alabama's gonna win this. Nothing close. But Middle Tennessee, they're not good. But the main storyline with this game is who's gonna be the quarterback at Bama. From what I have heard, it is what's his name, Jalen Milroe, but they have Tyler Buckner, and they also have whatever his name is. It's like Gavin Simpson or something. Who's the other dude? Let's see, Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson. Oh, he's white. Oh, I didn't know that. But yeah. This game's really just going to see who's the best quarterback. Apparently, it's supposed to be another tryout. Credit to Matt, be great. I can link him in the description. That's where I heard that from. I hear a lot of the Bama news from him. He's a really big Bama dude. But follow him if videos like this. Yeah, I think Bama's going to win this, but Bama's going to be good next year. They're going to be top 5 team probably, maybe top 10. But yeah, we'll see. Penn State versus West Virginia. Penn State's a little sneaky pick for the Big Ten championship. In West Virginia, they're going to suck again. They sucked last year. They're going to suck this year. Unless they get some really good quarterback or a really good coach, they will be probably same as last year. Not too good. And Penn State, I really just hope they can. I really just want them to beat Ohio State and Michigan. Because they're all in the same division. It's going to be really hard for them to beat them, but it'll be cool to see. And Penn State's a really good team. It's probably the best team they've had in a while. I've heard that from Josh Pate. He's a real big Penn State dude. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Next, you have North Kakalaki versus South Kakalaki. And North Carolina, they have Drake May. Their defense isn't the best, but they'll be good this year. You have South Carolina. You got old Spencer Rattler from Oklahoma. And their defense is decent, but they're going to be building something. And they're pretty good last year. They beat Clemson and Tennessee, I believe. Yeah, watch out for them. Watch out for South Carolina. Next, South Alabama, Tulane. These are two really good non-Power 5 teams that these are the guys that are going to be in for the best Power 5 teams, best non-Power 5 teams. So just watch out for these teams. Tulane's, they're really bad. They got really good. And I think they're going to be good again. So hopefully they're good. Oregon State, San Jose State. Oregon State got DJ Unga Bajugi, whatever his name is. They'll be decent again, but they're not being Oregon, so they'll be solid, definitely. I'm gonna save this game for last, but you have Clemson and Duke. Clemson, I don't know. They got what's his name? Kate Klubnik from the Austin area, so like him, love Austin area. But I think he went to Westlake or something. And they're real good in Texas. If y'all don't know Texas high school football, they're real good. But yeah, Clemson, they're gonna be good again this year. Probably gonna win the ACC, but it's a bad conference, so who really cares? Yeah, Duke's also. They're decent last year, so hopefully they'll do better. But we'll see. The last match: LSU versus Florida State. This game is going to be probably the best game of week 1. But yeah, LSU, they're good again. They got whatever his name is, Chip Kelly. No, not Chip Kelly. I am blanking out on that. What is his name? What is their name? What's his name? Savage here. Yeah, whatever his name is. Their coach. But yeah, they're gonna be good. They got Jalen Daniels. They beat Bama last year. They have really electric fans. I feel like LSU is just on the uprise right now, and watch them to be really good. But I don't think they should be number 5. But just watch out for them. And lastly, we have Florida State. They are going to do good this year, but not as good as it has on ranked us because they're overrated. I think they're fine being ranked there, but I don't think they're going to end up there at the end of the year. I don't think they're good enough. I don't think they're the same level as other teams like LSU, Penn State, Bama, all these other teams in that range. They're going to probably be in Washington. I'd pick all those teams over Florida State. They have a really good wide receiving core, and I think they're generally pretty solid. But overall college football news, look at this. This is actually kind of crazy. See, I'm trying to find it. Okay, I can't find it, but this player. I also can't show you all the video, or I'm gonna get the video's gonna get taken down. But there's this player, and basically there was a face mask, and he ripped the helmet off his head. So people are talking about that and how it's bad and all this, but that honestly, there's some real bad penalties. And I honestly think the refs are gonna be bad. It's nature. It's human nature. They're not gonna be the best. But you gotta watch. People have to realize that part of their job is if you mess up, you're not getting fired. I don't think they get paid in the off season, so they don't really care. But this is the biggest news. Arizona State has self-imposed a bowl ban for next season, and a lot of their seniors are mad. Right? Their old coach Herm Edwards did some bad things, some recruiting violations, and they decided to not play in a bowl game. So that is very interesting, and I don't really agree with it because they have a new coach now. But it kind of punishes some of the guys in the football program that shouldn't be punished. But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, 20 players aren't gonna be able to play in a bowl game. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And peace.